And now it's time for another round of Do You Think You Know Star Wars? No, probably not.
I mean, I thought I used to.
No, we don't.
I thought I did. And then the Schmoedown came along and just disproved everything that I ever thought I knew. Ever. Way to blow my ego there, Schmoedown.
What's going on, guys? We're the Cinefanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
And I'm Robert Adams.
And we're here today to laugh at ourselves once again at how little about Star Wars we actually know. Because we're reacting to a Star Wars #1 contender match for the Schmoedown.
Yeah.
This is Andrew Dimalanta and
Laura Kelley.
Laura Kelley.
So what's interesting about this is if you go back to the five-way that they had back at Chicago right before the
fatal one.
Yeah, because someone died at that. So it came down, Joseph Scrimshaw was the one that won the #1 contender position at that five-way.
Yep.
Right behind him was Dimalanta and Laura Kelley.
Betting that's why the two now are facing off against each other.
Yeah, because there's not really too much changes in the Star Wars League throughout the season. It's like usually a match here, a match there. So any way to gauge results is let's just go back to the last match and see how those people did.
Yeah, and then the past few have pretty much been Scrimshaw versus Damon a few times. You know, one or two with Ken Knapsack thrown in there.
Yeah,
but until Sam Witwer comes back.
We can't keep throwing Scrimshaw back at Damon.
He's had his opportunity, and might get one in the future.
He wants it back again, but no. So if you go back and you watch that five-way, these two were very close matched. Mm-hmm. I mean, it really did come down to that last question. And unfortunately, on that last question between the two of them, she got herself knocked out. And then it came down to Dimalanta and Scrimshaw.
Yep.
With Scrimshaw winning. So this should actually be fairly close. Now for our side of it, again, we thought we knew Star Wars. I was pretty proud of my Star Wars knowledge when we first started Schmoedown reactions.
And if you're new to this channel and new to a Cinefanatics reaction of at least a Star Wars Schmoedown match, you'll realize that we are no good at call signs.
Yeah, call signs, red, gold, Blue 42, hut. Oh, wait, that's sports. Never mind.
If you get deep into, like, the lore of names of vehicles and weapons and stuff.
Yeah, some of the major vehicles I still remember, but...
Yeah.
And the reason why, not a problem, but the reason why is because between a Star Wars League and the Inner Geekdom, Schmoedown's already run the gamut of almost every conceivable question about Star Wars you could possibly think of.
Oh, you think that?
Well, luckily, in their favor...
They're still making movies?
They're still making movies, so...
Yes, that means we get to enjoy questions from such dynamic classics like Solo.
And Rise of Skywalker, which hasn't even come out yet. Yet they did ask a Rise of Skywalker question during that five-way. Who plays Rey in Rise of Skywalker, I mean... but that was Daisy Ridley. I do remember that at this point, so
I hope so.
I didn't remember back then, and that was quite embarrassing.
Yep. That's a throwback. You can watch that video, our reaction to that, if you want.
Yeah. So, who do you got on this one?
I'm going to go with Andrew.
Possibly, but he just barely edged it out. And just because we've only seen these two play in one match before.
Yep.
It's going to be kind of hard to really gauge this one. But
the truth is, yeah, I mean, she could easily win this as well if he misses the wrong questions and she gets the right ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's how these kinds of things work. But we only have one match to gauge off of, and he won that last match. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean anything for the Schmoedown, but if that's what you have to go off of, you're going with the one who won last time.
Yeah. So I guess we got to go with him. That was simple. Let's jump into this and see what happens with this one.
Let's skyhop into this.
I was going to say engage, but that's wrong.
That's incorrect.
So much. That reminds me, I really need to talk to Mara. Let me write that down.
Rainbow Bright will be played by Emma Fyffe.
Mara. Out.
What?
No.
Next season. You called? Mara, you have got to stop doing that. That's just,
You have got to stop putting so much lotion behind your knees. Just letting you know.
Okay, weird. Well, just so great that you are here, though, because I did actually have something that I need to talk to you about, which is, I know that you were previously stalking Robert Meyer Burnett.
You can't prove that to a legal definition.
Sure. Except that you actually told me that you were stalking him, but never mind. The point is...
Don't use my words against me. Only I can use my words against me.
Great. The point is that I am not ignoring you, and I
know. I've been paying very close attention.
Then you know already that I've been taking a very close look at exactly what it was that you were promised, and that was a title shot in New York City, live at the opening event for the Schmoedown season.
Yes, we agree.
So that is exactly what I am offering you, is a spot in the live event in New York City at the opening of the 2020 season, title shot against whoever is the current Intergeekdom champion.
Oh.
I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta wonder, though, if, I thought we really had a true Ross and Rachel situation here. Will we? Won't we? Will we? Do we? But I'm really thinking now that we're almost more like an early 2000s romantic comedy where now that the thrill of the chase is over, am I really still interested in you?
I mean...
In the title shot.
Yeah. Can I perhaps entice you with free pizza?
Free pizza.
Free New York City pizza.
Food and drink.
Floppy foldable slices.
Any drink I want.
Any drink you want. We will make sure that we have it
obscure
backstage.
Japanese sodas.
Well, we will do our best.
Cinesticks.
Okay?
Got it. A girl after my own heart. And apparently my stomach. So, alright, you got it.
Alright.
Gotcha. So, I'll see you at your place later.
I would rather not. Also, Mara, I can still... I know you're there.
Do you?
What a unique character, that one.
Uh-huh.
Just a unique individual.
Well, that's a nice way to play it off now. Give her, the first shot at the title at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. So, will that be against Mike?
Welcome back
Maybe.
to the movie trivia
Will it be
Schmoedown.
against
We
Smets?
are
Maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Will it be
We're
against
almost
Chandru?
there.
Maybe.
It is
Probably
almost
not.
that time of
Oh,
year
yeah,
where
probably
we get
not.
to the spectacular. All the titles are on the line, but we need to find a #1 contender for that Star Wars championship held by Alex the Demon Damon, and we got two competitors here today. Mark, it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be an incredible matchup for
a
this
feeling
number
they're
one
about to repeat
contender
everything that
slot.
we
You know,
just said at the
Christian,
beginning
there's a
of
lot
this
great
video.
science
Oh, of course.
fiction fare
That's how it
out
works.
there. You have your Star Treks of the world. You have your Krulls.
It's us
But
being
Star
redundant
Wars
of them.
is the only one that we do matches
Definitely.
year-round here at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And boy, do we have two knowledgeable subjects here today about to endure the white-hot spotlight of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. It is not their first foray into Star Wars trivia with us.
No, it is
Where
not.
was that
That's
at?
exactly right, because for a long time the dance was Sam Witwer, Alex Damon, Joseph
Not yet.
Scrimshaw, Ken Napsal.
And
a
what
little
a
early there.
tango it was.
And that
It was
was
that?
it. So we thought. But then at Star Wars Celebration,
There it is.
we found we put 5 competitors up against each other. But who really stood out? It was Andrew Dimalanta, who was a patron. He was a patron. He had an audition. He made it to the 5-way.
That was the
and
match that,
came in second, right after
Alex Damon's
Scrimshaw.
wife was in
But
also. Molly.
Laura Kelley, who I found on Twitter, who had expressed interest.
She a
about-
patron?
Which that would have been a
She's
title
not-
match
she
I
giving
would
us
like to
money
see.
yet?
Not yet. Maybe after this.
Molly
match.
versus
No,
Alex.
but she expressed
Husband
expressed
versus
interest in
wife.
Playing, and I said,
Who's
sure.
the
I looked
biggest
at
Star
her
Wars nerd?
podcast, and I said, okay, she knows what she's talking about.
And who's sleeping on the couch that night?
Not only did she have one of the best performances in round 1, she won that crowd
Both
over.
answers
They
are
were
Alex.
cheering her, chanting her name at the end, and people were thinking she was going to go at the end. She got a very tough 5-pointer that took her out at the very end, but she has been studying, she is ready, and she wants to take on Dimalanta, who's also very hungry to face Alex Damon.
I heard about all the carnage that went down. I was busy taping my special also in Chicago. That's very
good. It's
same
very
day.
funny.
It's a very funny. You should check it out.
good.
Here
Is that available?
today, what we're excited about is this matchup, and each competitor had a little something to say pre-show. Let's take a look.
Alex Damon, the current champion, he might be one of the most dominant champions we've ever had in any division. But we had to find 5 competitors that we thought were going to be able to really have a chance to give him a shot, and we think we found him.
Dude, what if one of these two actually takes the belt off of him? That's spectacular.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be crazy. The crowd's gonna erupt.
Hi, I'm Alice, and I'm the manager of Laura the Luminess, Kelley. We are part of Forced Toast, a Star Wars happy hour podcast, and we actually met doing Star Wars trivia around Chicago. So we're super stoked to be here and see if all of our hard work pays off.
I'm Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta because I'm hunting for that championship. Last time Chicago came up a little short against Scrimshaw. Bottom line, I was not ready for Damon that day. I'm ready for Damon now, and I'm glad that I get a second chance at it today against Laura Kelley.
So Star Wars Celebration was a lot of fun. It was definitely a learning experience for me. I think I walked away with some really great lessons about how to really do this competition. What we ended up doing was putting out the call for questions on our show for help with trivia, and we got a lot of it, which was amazing. So I've got Alice as my manager, but I have a lot of coaches out there, and I'm really grateful for all of them.
Laura Kelley, I was so surprised when I saw her. I was underestimating Laura and Andy. I'm not going to do that today. I'm totally prepared for her today. It would mean so much to me to go up against Alex Damon.
He's completely not underestimating Andy today.
Crowd.
I would be really excited to be there in Los Angeles. That is going to be
I wouldn't either.
A lot of people. It's going to require maybe a little bit of pre-gaming before, as is our usual style.
Yeah, I'll just avoid too much fireball to do whoop-whoop.
Yeah, maybe not as much fireball.
I worked hard to get into the Schmoedown. I went to the Patreon and studied my ass off, but you came out in Chicago and surprised everyone, became a superstar like Kirsten said, but you're gonna come up short today. You're a bump in the road to my championship run, and I'm gonna beat you today and head to the spectacular, and Alex, you better be ready for me.
So it's been a long 2 months of studying, a lot of cramming these last few days. Very much looking forward to playing Alex Damon in December, and Andrew, I'll tell him you say hi when I'm there.
Look at these two nice people who are about to have to fight. Not literally.
Usually it's one light, one dark, but
they both
it's like
I love because they
light
both
versus
want
light.
to play Damon because
Oh,
let's
yeah, no one's a
face
Sith
it,
here.
Damon right now, a lot of people think he's unbeatable.
He's the
Yep,
Galactic
that's right.
Empire,
On this
if
episode,
you
the
will.
Schmoedown
So can
doesn't
they
give a
find
Sith.
that weakness because nobody else has been able to do it so far.
Be here all week.
And could they be the ones to do it? But they have to take one.
I
One of
live
them
here.
has to go. Who's it going to be? Who's going to win? But both Laura and Andrew are very determined. They've both been studying.
Yeah.
They both want this
We'll
match.
see how
and
long
both
that lasts.
want to go to the spectacular.
So you're saying right now they're both Luke Skywalker with the blast shield on, and they're doing the thing, and the Millennium Falcon.
Yep.
One of them's going to get shot by that little ball that floats, and the other one is going to become a Jedi Knight and possibly shoot down the Death Star.
We're going to find that out.
It's from the movies.
Tail of the tape, Mark. I guess I think I know what their strengths and weaknesses are, but let me say
It's a
my
heavy
mind.
metaphor.
They're really
for movie
good
trivia.
at stuff. Go ahead and take
Oh.
a gander, and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
I think Andrew is good at Star Wars, and I think Laura is good at Star Wars.
Okay, I wasn't listening. I was looking at the first round questions. I got 2 of them right.
Okay, good. So that's good. Okay, well, with that, are you ready?
I don't know anymore.
Well, you don't have to answer them.
Okay,
So-
I'm ready to ask questions.
Okay.
yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for
That was a very
the
convenient way
movie
of skipping the
trivia
tail of the tape graphic,
Schmoedown.
but I mean, I liked it. It was well done.
I mean,
Number 1 contender match in the Star Wars division.
it's right.
Introducing
They're not wrong.
He's good at
first,
Rebels and weapons.
Rebels isn't a movie.
Well, no.
Ladies
like,
and gentlemen,
The
give it
actual
up
Rebels
for
themselves.
Laura the Luminous Kelley. Laura the
And she's got
Luminous.
Ahsoka's
Here comes
lightsabers.
Laura Kelley.
She is surrounded by
See, I
the
didn't even know that. We're in trouble.
No, you're in trouble. I knew those were
Not
Ahsoka's
one, but 2
lightsabers.
lightsabers. That's kind of like Anakin Skywalker in Revenge of the Sith. Right?
Oh, yeah, I do remember
2
that part.
lightsabers in Revenge of the Sith.
Sure. She said no. It's Ahsoka,
Saw that movie in theaters.
who was in a movie.
Her opponent.
Oh, real estate ad. Oh, never mind.
Andrew, I thought you already left for Los Angeles.
Los Angeles? What do I do in Los Angeles?
Your Schmoedown match?
My Schmoedown match isn't until
Oh my god.
Should not run with the lit lightsaber.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Wow. Next time we go to LA, we need to take one of those.
Dude, again, I'm not a fan of flying. I'm pretty sure I'd like that even less.
Like time.
That may actually make me puke.
From the mean streets of Orlando. Right on the X-Wing.
Did he just hitch a ride with them back?
He is Andrew, the Hunter, Dimalanta.
There's Andrew. He just made it.
Yeah, you took it. You said an excellent. That was a good fight. He was able to get in.
And he's wearing the same thing. Very believable.
He looks a little out of breath, but he has made
Is
it.
smart.
You know, we have X-Wings
He
on
knew to
Earth.
wear the same outfit.
Yeah.
When doing his fun little video.
Probably double parked because someone's car is smashed.
Can you imagine being like a meter cop and putting a ticket on an X-Wing?
X-Wing.
Yeah.
That's too bad. It's sad. All right. So the two competitors have sat down, and we are going to ask questions in this first round. Mark, how does round one work?
That's right. That's good foreshadowing.
right?
We will be
We're gonna
asking
ask
questions
questions.
in each and every round here today. In round number one, competitors, the field match.
Remember, with that challenge, if you do challenge and it is overruled, you lose the challenge. However, if you challenge and you get
It's
the
upheld.
challenge and it's upheld,
Is the term we
thank
came
you
up
so
with.
much. You will keep the challenge and you will be able to use another one if you need it.
Hey, may the force be with you both.
No, nice.
Huh?
I like what you did there. I like what you
It's
did
from
there.
it's from the movies.
I like what you did there. All right, so we will ask Andrew Dimalanta, are you ready?
Where the fun begins.
Laura Kelley, are you ready?
Let's do this.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! All right,
He quoted Anakin. This is where the fun begins.
question one comes from A New Hope.
I hate Sam.
In A New Hope, while hiding on the Death Star, where does C-3PO tell the Stormtrooper he'd like to take R2 so they might get away from them?
R2, I believe you're referring to R2-D2.
Your favorite character in all of Star Wars?
It saves everybody asses multiple times.
I didn't say that word.
Nobody
5,
makes it through those movies alive without that little droid.
3, 2, 1. We start with Andrew.
Maintenance.
Yes, Laura.
Maintenance.
High game.
Panda Express.
Okay.
Because
All right.
R2 loves himself
Our
some
next
orange chicken.
That's
question
maintenance.
comes from
I give him a point.
Attack of the
I actually wasn't going to write
Clones.
maintenance, and I thought that was wrong.
Dope.
So I wrote
Good
Panda
question.
Express instead.
In the film
Always
Star
go for
Wars
the
Attack
joke.
of the Clones, we learned that Padme served how many terms as Queen of Naboo?
Ah, dang. Come on now.
Took longer, I'll tell you that.
Well, now what's the voting system in outer space? Is it?
I don't know.
I mean, she's a queen, so technically
5,
you're not like stumping
4,
for votes and kissing babies every
3.
4 years.
I think I'm bored with this. 2, 1, and start with Laura.
2.
Yes, Andrew.
2.
And here we go. Time
3.
Back and forth.
2.
See, I was going to write
Brilliant
2,
turn.
and then I just...
Yeah, you can't use that excuse for every single answer.
That's Return of the Jedi. In Return of the Jedi, who does Jabba call a weak-minded fool?
All right, I'm gonna say something that's a little controversial.
Yep.
What
Yep.
if we took the Padme makeup budget and we put that towards maybe healthcare?
I don't think that's controversial. I
You know,
think that's
she gets
topical.
really done up
5,
for public appearances, and
4,
I don't think it's all that necessary.
3, 2, 1. We start with Andrew.
Bib Fortuna.
Yes, Laura.
Bib Fortuna.
3.
That would be
3.
Bib Fortuna.
I need a bid for my tuna.
That's the one that I would have gotten.
You are a
correct.
messy tuna eater.
We move
why I don't eat
on
tuna that
to-
much.
I don't know why I get to ask the prequel questions. The Phantom Menace is your next topic, and in that film, on what other planet did Qui-Gon say he had witnessed pod races? I think there's probably a lot of those. It's outer space NASCAR,
Right.
And so sometimes you want to go to Rockingham, sometimes you want to go to
no, it's not
Daytona.
that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
5,
this is it.
4.
It's
You're
not
playing along.
this.
I might be
So
off
I'm
like an
just
A
shocked
that's
at
supposed to be an
question
E,
one.
maybe,
And
but...
Hands down, please, and we start with Laura.
Malister.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alistair.
That's the name I was trying to put.
Yeah, Malister.
Yeah, no, I put Mon Calamar, which I
These are
knew was
tough
definitely wrong
questions. I
because
think
that's a
I'm
pretty
more
much
impressed
entire
that
sea
Laura and
planet.
Andrew
Yeah,
gotten them
'cause
right thus
Akbar's
far.
a
We have
fish.
2 perfect rounds going.
So far. The Force Awakens is your next category.
Actually, I
In
don't know
The
if this
Force
is the planet.
Awakens, who gave Finn Luke's old lightsaber?
Obviously,
Who
Finn,
gave
referring to
Finn
Finn Wolfhard,
Luke's
star
old
of
lightsaber.
Stranger Things.
How long before he shows up?
Made a
in Star Wars?
cameo in The Force Awakens.
Yeah, that's not true. He was the lightsaber. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Oh, yeah.
1.
If there's only one person.
Yes, Laura.
Oh.
Kanata.
Oh,
What a
I said
match.
Ray.
Big fan of Maz
I
Kanata.
thought
I am a big Maz Kanata
thought
fan.
Han
More
handed-
screen time for Maz Kanata.
Oh,
Your
no,
next
Maz
question
did,
comes
because he was
from
asking for a weapon. She's
Revenge
like,
of
you
the
have
Sith.
one.
Yeah.
That's right.
And in the film Revenge of the Sith, who pilots the ship that delivers Obi-Wan Kenobi to Mustafar?
Who pilots?
It's a good query. And that Mustafar, careful where you step, it gets
Mustafar's the the lava planet, right?
Doing good up
Yes.
until that.
Yeah.
5, 4,
Oh.
You have two
3,
possible answers.
2, yeah, 1. Pens down, and Laura.
C-3PO?
Yes, Andrew.
3PO.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, I said Padme.
yeah, so did I.
This is crazy.
even the
Does
gang
that count,
in the booth
technically?
reacting.
Yeah.
I thought they both
All right.
piloted.
Empire Strikes Back is the next category.
The second greatest Star Wars film of all
Oh,
time.
well.
I originally thought it was
In
Obi-Wan.
The
But
Empire Strikes Back.
No.
R2 relays to C-3PO that the odds of surviving the night on Hoth outside the base is what? No chance I got this.
Getting hot.
what are the odds that
I
they're
remember
going to
the
get this
asteroid
one
field
right?
one.
You,
It was like 2,000 something or other to.
I don't know.
But I didn't even know that he gave him the odds.
5. I don't do numbers. 4, 3, 2, 1. Andrew,
725 to 1.
you had 725 on there. You didn't have to 1. Laura,
725 to 1.
that's correct.
Oh,
So
2
Laura
million.
gets the extra point there.
IDK, don't mention odds.
It's a mistake. It's a,
I do numbers.
Yeah,
You have to write it down.
Did it correctly there. So Laura takes the lead here. And the next question.
Is from Rogue One, is the category. In the film Rogue One, a Star Wars story, young Jyn Erso had what kind of doll as a toy? Who's your favorite toy as a kid? I was a big
Animal.
He-Man guy.
Yeah, animal from the Muppets.
Really?
Yeah, like I had like the full puppet 5.
You have the
Was that
support
five?
of the
You stick
studio
your hand
audience.
up. Did you not five?
Okay, focus on the
I
camera.
don't know what he's doing over there.
Yeah.
This guy's telling jokes all day long. 5, 4, 3,
I think so.
2, 1. Hands down. And Laura.
She had several, but I put Stormtrooper.
That's correct. And Andrew,
Stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper.
It was
is
a
correct.
Betsy
Okay,
Wetsy.
So,
Yeah, no, it's a
Laura
stormtrooper.
Kelley.
Oh.
Laura Kelley is still perfect here, and we have 2 more questions in round number 1.
All
Betsy,
right,
Betsy.
your next question is asked by Christian.
That's true. The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi. Poe was demoted to what rank in The Last Jedi?
What rank was he before?
You see that Addams Family movie?
Not yet.
Got Poe Dameron does the voice of it.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know
I'm
how.
a big Addams fan.
Honestly, I'm not
3.
big on military ranks.
I
so.
think he was commander,
1.
and they
Hands
knocked him down
please.
to a
Start
captain.
with Andrew.
Captain.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Captain.
Yeah,
correct.
captain.
Laura
Watch out,
Kelley
captain.
has not missed 9-8. Now, if Laura Kelley hits this next one, she will have a perfect round. So here is the question mark.
The question
We
is
certainly
from
don't.
will we-
Solo, a Star Wars story, brought to you by Denny's. And your question. In Solo, a Star Wars story, what did Han try and bribe the gate officer with? And this is where
What
I just
gate
wash
officer?
my hands and go watch sports.
Seriously. I am going to be impressed.
I did enjoy the movie thoroughly. I think
5,
it's very rewatchable.
4, 3, 2,
know.
1. Laura for the perfect round
A vial of refined hyperfuel.
is incorrect. And we have
Coaxium?
Coaxium is correct.
So 2 tickets to the premiere of Rise of Skywalker.
I just was thinking.
I would challenge.
A
Yeah,
ride
it's
out of
another
there.
name for the same thing.
Okay, challenge is on the table here.
Which makes no sense, but you know, I've only seen that movie once, and I like to keep it that way.
At this point, I'm starting to feel like I might do better at
We
a
are
Lord
back
of the
for the
Rings.
challenge. Kelley challenged whether coaxium and her answer were the same thing. We did some research
I want to be specific.
on Wikipedia, and it ends
Wikipedia.
up that, yes, we can accept that as an answer along with coaxium. So Laura Kelley has pitched a perfect round number 1.
That's crazy.
Andrew also gets the point because he had coaxium, and it is now Laura who has the bonus question that will be asked to Jester. So, Laura, you don't have to write down the answer to this. You can just answer it whenever you're ready within that 15-second window. Christian, George, shoot.
All right, here you go, Laura. This is just for you. After being tortured, who noted? They never even asked me any questions.
Han, yeah.
Correct for 1 more point.
All right.
Laura Kelley going up by 2 here now. It is 11-9. Now, Laura, just to let you know, because your challenge
In Empire.
was you did win that challenge, you can keep. You have another challenge should you need one in the rest of the match.
Andrew also retains his challenge as well as 3 usages of the JTE rule for each competitor. As we move on to round number 2, this is the wheel round, the Wheel of Fate, Doom. Laura, you currently enjoy a 2-point lead over Andrew, so the decision is yours. Would you like to spin the wheel first or defer?
I will defer.
You're going to defer. Right.
Here comes Andrew.
Andrew, please spin by the wheel and not the pegs. Here's the spin.
Wheel, not the pegs, and the spin is in.
Good spin by Andrew. Like that.
It's a good spin. I'm still familiarizing myself with these competitors and what they hope to spin, but Christian, I don't really see a weakness as far as the classic trilogy, the prequels, or the new. What do we call the new ones?
Oh, well, I'll tell you.
The Disney.
The new trilogy.
He has
Sequel
spun.
trilogy.
What is that?
That is going to be Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
Yeah.
So what is he going to stick with? Because Andrew also knew all those questions the first round. He thought too fast, and he didn't write down the one.
That's right.
He's going to spin
He's
again.
going to spin again.
Spinning away from.
And we are going to go with whatever the ticker is pointing to.
So, yes, whatever this lands on, Andrew will have to take this. And Laura's going to hope to try to steal a couple here.
That's right.
She does enjoy a 2-point lead.
Round and round it goes.
All right, here we go, Mark. We're getting around 2.
And this could be Solo, a Star Wars story.
Solo. All right, Solo.
All right, Solo, a Star Wars story it is.
Yeah, okay. All right, here we go.
Kind of
So
look like
we
a
start
new
with
wheel or a revision
Andrew
to the wheel.
Dimalanta,
That's how they had to put the pieces
who
up for a
is
Star
going to
Wars
have the
match.
category of Solo.
A Star Wars story.
I don't think there's as many
All right, Mark, you want to go ahead?
possible slices.
I'd
maybe.
love to, Christian. I'd love nothing more than ask
Math.
Andrew
And
his
no
5
time to do it.
questions for 2 points each, Andrew. Remember, you do have multiple choice in your back pocket should you need it. Your first question of 5. What is the name of the Grindelwald that brought Han and Kira before Lady Proxima and later chased them in his land speeder?
Name's Dave.
2 points for Andrew.
I didn't hear it, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that you were wrong.
It's probably a safe bet.
I was not even sure what I was asking.
I was only
Your next
2%
question,
positive on that.
Paul Bettany plays a high-ranking crime boss of what crime syndicate?
Crips.
No.
Bloods?
Wow, stop.
Crimson Dawn.
It's also a great film starring
I mean,
Patrick
that's-
Swayze.
No.
2 more points.
Man, I'm glad we live in Austin.
And Andrew back on the leading side. He's now got a 13-11 lead. Your next question in the world of Solo, a Star Wars story. Using the same armor Lando later wears in Return of the Jedi, Tobias Beckett goes undercover on Kessel using what name?
Tool.
It is Tool.
Oh, no, I was
2
thinking of
more
the
points.
name of the armor.
Have I mentioned again that
Andrew
not only have I
is
seen this movie
perfect
only once,
thus
I
far.
really dislike it.
Andrew,
Yeah,
you have
not a
2
big fan of
questions
Solo.
left in the world of Solo. Your penultimate question. This style of combat, first made famous in a 1997 Star Wars video game, was used by Kira on Kessel.
Terrace Kasi.
We're making up our own martial arts now? Look
Punches
at
and
this.
kicks.
2 more points. Andrew's got it. And 1 question remains. In the world of Solo, a Star Wars
Lasers and pew
2
pew
more
pews.
What is the name of the Wookiee slave that Chewie freed on Kessel and then in turn helped Chewie, Han, and the gang to escape?
It's Korean for apple. Sagwa.
Wow, impressive.
I knew the Korean for apple part.
Really impressive. All right, is that
I
all 5?
enjoy
Gumpy?
myself a
That is
Sagwa. I try to
his
have
kid's
one
name from the
Sagwa
Star
name.
Wars?
That was Lumpy.
Oh, Lumpy.
All right.
See? Ask questions about the holiday special. I know that.
Very impressive.
Sadly.
So now Laura Kelley will spin. Please, Laura, spin from the wheel.
Can't believe
not
I
the
just
pegs.
admitted that on
She's
camera.
going to
No.
Try to do the same thing that Andrew did to
right.
keep her lead.
That's
There's
right.
a good spin by Laura.
Here we go.
Clumpy, Rumpy, Gumpy,
I mean,
Round and round
Clumpy,
it
Lumpy,
goes.
Rumpy.
What movie would you hope to see on the wheel? Empire?
Empire.
Yeah. I think I could ace a Jedi, perhaps.
And we are looking at Star Wars.
Hey, that's the New Hope one.
That is New Hope.
Would you like to keep a New Hope, or do you want to spin again?
stick with the New Hope.
Go for it.
She's going to stay.
I
So
mean,
she's going to stay
Go
with
for it.
episode, is this 11, I believe?
We have no skin in this game because we would lose it all.
All right.
And then we
here
just be
go.
muscle
We
and
have
bone
New Hope. 4
sitting here.
questions.
5
was
questions.
Hellraiser.
actually.
5 questions. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay, Laura.
No, it's not. I've not
fair.
seen that movie.
First question.
No way I was referencing
and now
that.
you won't.
What's the detention cell number on the Death Star?
1138.
Cell 2187.
That is correct.
Sounds
I
like
mean,
a good
that
pin number.
it's
That's
gonna
a good guess.
It's going to be a good guess.
I mean,
All right, question 2. Remember, you do have the multiple choice option should you need it.
I don't think they do.
I don't think they needed it.
Who sits next to Luke at the briefing prior to the first Death Star battle?
Biggs.
Cole Tackbright, aka Fake Wedge.
That's correct.
That is correct. That is correct. Okay.
Wow.
She got there. Wedge.
That's correct. Okay.
Are we including like actual canon or the movies themselves?
The movies themselves.
Can I challenge that?
Sure. What's
Because in the movie wise,
It actually is Wedge.
Uh-huh.
In the new canon, it's Fake Wedge. So it depends on whether you want it to be the
On
movie
Wiki,
trivia.
if you're
Schmoedown.
using Wikipedia for your
I'm out.
challenges, it's
This is a whole new level of nerdy for Star Wars for us here.
I'm out. See what the
Whew.
virus ruling possible is.
Not doing this. I'm just kidding. I'm a professional. Here we go.
Yeah, we still saw you shadow on the wall.
Yeah.
All right, we are back,
the light.
and because Andrew brings up a great challenge where it was, made into new canon. Was it fake wedge? Was it actual wedge? So the fairest way to rule this question, in our opinion, is
Just
to
ask another
accept Laura's answer or Andrew's answer. Either one would have been acceptable for that question, and therefore, Laura Kelley gets the 2 points.
Okay. Laura, so your next question is question number 3.
I'm going to uphold that challenge, though. I think that Andrew should retain a challenge.
He does, absolutely, yes. Okay, what band is playing in the cantina while Han Solo makes a deal with Obi-Wan Kenobi
Figure and
and
Dan
Skywalker?
band. Or-
Figuring Dawn and the modal nodes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct.
I did
Muddle
not know
nodes,
they
you
had a
idiot.
song.
How'd you not get that?
Your
All right,
mom's a
here goes
modal
question
node.
number
Figure and Dawn, the second
You wanna try that again?
Han Scott
Nope.
tragically
Okay.
passed away.
Sorry, Mom.
Question number 4. All right. What kind of creature attacked Luke in the trash compactor on the Death Star?
Dianog.
A Dianoga.
Or
Unbelievable.
however you
That is
pronounce it.
true.
Dianoga, you idiot.
Your mom's a
Finally,
Dianoga.
To take the lead back here, your 5th question. In A New Hope, who is the only main character to be mentioned by name in the
Princess
opening
Leia.
crawl text?
Yeah.
Princess Leia.
Didn't even need 20 seconds. You got it. Absolutely. 21.
Very impressive stuff.
That is a very impressive second round by both. Both used
Wow.
their challenges very well.
Yeah.
Both know their stuff. And I'll tell you, Alex Damon right now might have a little bit of sweat on his brow for either one of these competitors.
Oh my goodness, this is really a great test of Star Wars movie trivia Schmoedown know-how as we veer into round number 3. You're not actually going into a round 3. Yes, we are in round number 3. Because you have a 2-point lead over Andrew, you're going to give us your 3 numbers first. From 1 to 20, what feels lucky?
Let's do 3, 5, and 18.
3, 5, and 18 for Laura and for Andrew.
7, 11, and I was on 19.
7, 11, and 19 for Andrew. We will start with Andrew, who chose number 7. Andrew, you chose Revenge of the Sith for 7. According to Obi-Wan,
Only
Sith
black
deals in absolutes.
deals in absolutes.
A Sith.
Correct.
Which that in
Good
itself
point.
is an
You're
absolute.
tied.
Only
Now,
the
Laura
Sith
Kelley,
deal in absolutes.
Number 3.
All right, Laura, you
I mean-
chose
It's kind of true still, though.
Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Have you seen the film?
Think about it.
Maybe? Once or twice?
All right, then you should have. I'd still have trouble with this. For 2 points, and to retain 2-point lead over Andrew, on how many systems does Cornelius Evazan claim to have a death
We have the
sentence?
death sentence
12.
on
I would have got
12
that.
systems.
Now that I read
Okay.
the whole thing, I would have got.
Yeah, you don't have enough
12
time to quote the thing. She's going to
All
answer
right, so we
it.
go
Yeah.
back to Andrew here. Andrew, now you chose number 11, Andrew.
You'll
Number
be
11.
dead.
Vehicles, weapons, and technology.
Ugh.
All right, here you go.
Ponda
In
Baba.
The Last Jedi, what did Leia give to Rey so that she could find her way back to the Resistance?
A cloaked binary beacon.
That is correct for 3 points.
That little dingy
All right,
thing on her
back
wrist.
To Laura Kelley.
And now.
Or a
Andrew
cloaked
does have
binary
1
beacon,
point
whatever.
A
lead.
hug.
Laura will be asked her.
Because love will
question.
always bring
Laura,
you
you
back.
selected number 15 for your 3-point question.
5.
That's what I said. 5 is what you selected, and it corresponds to the universally acclaimed greatest Star Wars film in history, Return of the Jedi.
Nope, I'll take 15.
And your question: for 3 points in the lead, what type of ground vehicle was shown pulling up to the Endor landing platform?
It's like the
in Return
A-Wing.
of the Jedi?
Ground vehicle.
Oh, the ground vehicle.
The ATST?
Yeah. It's the only one I know by name. Yeah. The ATST.
5,
The ATSAT.
4,
ATSAT.
Can you repeat the question, please?
I always called it the
ATST.
ATSAT, even though there's no A in the ST. It's like
what type
ATST.
of ground vehicle
The AT and the
was
ATSAT.
shown pulling up
Baby
to the
AT-AT.
Endor landing
The
platform
half-AT.
in Return
no.
of the Jedi?
Nope. It's more like a fourth.
A speeder bike?
Nope.
Incorrect. We're looking for an Imperial Walker and AT-AT.
Oh, it was an AT-AT.
Walking up to the platform.
That's right. I was wondering actually if it was a full-on AT-AT. It was.
I thought the AT-AT was the four-legged one in Empire Strikes Back.
Yes, on Hoth, yeah. It's the same. That one was also an indoor walking up to the platform.
But one's an AT-AT, one's an AT-STAT.
Alex Damon at Star Wars
However you pronounce
Celebration, which
yes.
we actually just called
the ATSTs are the ones that were in the battle with the Ewoks. I was going to say the Wookiees. That's not right.
Laura, you selected number 18 for your 5-point category. That corresponds to The Last Jedi. And your question for 5 points, and to force Andrew to answer his 5-pointer, what was the name of the First Order captain that was General Hux's right hand?
Nope.
PB.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew's going to have to answer his 5-point question.
What a battle we have. So Laura going to make Andrew earn it, or Laura Kelley will be going if Andrew misses this. What a match we have.
Oh,
5-pointer.
man. This is good
if
stuff.
If Andrew hits it, he goes to play Alex Damon for the title on December 7th. If he misses, Laura Kelley will face Alex Damon, and you chose number 19. Number 19, that is the Clone Wars movie.
Oh.
Of course it is.
No.
All right, here you go. Clone Wars movie.
Oh, I'm out.
Yep.
I've seen it once.
Zero's assassin droid failed his mission to where?
Oh, man. I have no clue. Zero the Hutt. Assassin droid failed his mission to where?
5, 4.
I'm going to guess Coruscant.
No.
Because they're going
Repeat the
after.
question?
Zero's assassin.
This is Clone Wars.
Excuse me. Zero's assassin droid failed his mission.
Fallujah? That's my guess. I'm not even sure I'm saying that right.
So this is before A New Hope, so there's no connection to Jabba the Hutt.
This is before Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
3, 2.
Repeat the question?
Yes, there's a connection to Jabba the Hutt.
Zero's
Well, yeah,
assassin
but
droid
not.
It's
failed his
Jabba's
mission.
like nephew or something like that.
Yeah, but no one's trying to get revenge for Jabba's death because that happened in Return of the Jedi. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to reorganize my timeline here.
Yeah.
That being said, I still have no freaking clue.
Jabba, I think,
Repeat the question.
Last one.
actually hired
Zero's
the Jedi to
assassin
go
droid
get Zero.
failed his mission to where? Coming down to the wire. We're going to find out right now who's playing Alex Damon at the end of this question. Will it be Laura Kelley? Will it be Dimalanta? We will find out very soon in 5, 4,
It's gonna,
3,
I don't know.
2.
Don't got it.
And your
Wow.
new number 1 contender, the Luminess,
Put out a name.
What was it?
Wow. The 12th moon of Yout.
Oh, of course.
That's exactly what I said,
Yeah,
right?
12th Moon
I
is
heard
a
that,
popular
yeah.
destination. There's a lot of corporate restaurants there now, and that is where the droid was going. And that is all that separated as Laura.
Fireball.
What a matchup
fight.
by both competitors.
What a
I mean,
fight.
you talk about Alex Damon being on top of the mountain right now.
Yeah.
He's on Olympus in terms
Wow.
of Star Wars movie trivia know-how. But I'll
if
tell
I'd
you
want a
what,
fireball if I
Andrew
win
or
that.
Laura, either one of them could give him a great run for his money and his belt. Laura's going to have that opportunity December 7th. Hats off to both competitors. Job well done.
That was amazing. That was an amazing match because Andrew recovered because Andrew knew it. He knew that to one thing. He just missed writing on the board, and he thought that was going to sink him, but then Laura missed her three-pointer. And then Andrew had the shot, but he simply just couldn't pull it. Laura Kelley pulls her five-pointer. What a performance by both. But Laura Kelley takes the win. She's playing Alex Damon for the title. Unbelievable match there, Mark.
What an incredible display of Star Wars movie trivia know-how. And again, that's just one of the 5 matches that is going to be at the movie
You
trivia
can't go
Schmoedown
into this
Spectacular in downtown LA,
without having
December
studied up
7th.
on the
And
Clone Wars
newest
movie
addition
also.
to the roster of competitors is standing by with
It
her own
counts,
Jen
it's
Sturger.
theatrical.
Jen, I imagine Laura is feeling pretty.
It is
this
canon.
is kind of like the end of A New Hope with the medal ceremony.
Yeah, Mark, it's sort of like the medal ceremony at the end of New Hope, but there's a lot more alcohol involved. Is that Fireball?
It's Fireball, and I feel sort of rude that we don't have one for you. Do you want some?
I wasn't going to say anything, but, you know.
I feel like, my bad, sorry.
Well, congratulations are in order, Laura. Hell of a match. Were you a little bit nervous, though, when you missed your three-pointer?
Incredibly, yeah, because I missed my three-pointer in April as well, and that I feel like that definitely took me down. So I thought this was about to be a repeat of that whole thing. So
And but you were so cool and calm and collected out there, even after that misstep. Tell me what you were thinking. Did you know his 5?
no, I did not. I did not know his wife. I mean, Jesus, props to Andrew. I didn't know the answer to that question. But no, I'm glad it looked calm and collected because I don't feel like that even now. So
now, I mean, while you may have faced Andrew easily, you have to face Alex Damon. And I don't know if you know what Alex Damon's runs look like here. He's looked unbeatable. Are you a little nervous going into Spectacular?
yeah, I'm incredibly nervous actually. This is that's gonna be something. I'm excited for the opportunity to do it. At some point somebody's got to take down Damon. It may not be me, it may not be Andrew, but it's got to be somebody, and I'm excited to try.
It'll be the return of Sam Witwer.
Hopefully we're the first of the
I mean, that's what everyone's thinking right now. He's not going to lose until Witwer comes back.
We're running out of questions at this point. We need them to make more. We need them to make more movies before we can make this division any bigger. But how do you prepare for someone like Alex Damon?
We discussed that at the beginning.
I don't know. We had a lot of help. My manager Alice and I have a podcast where we do a lot of Star Wars trivia every just part of our episode since we met doing Star Wars trivia, pub trivia where there were no stakes and
just beers,
just alcohol, which is where the fireball comes in handy.
Exactly. Yeah, it's
no stakes, just beers.
Exactly.
See, I like going to a pub that serves steak.
Yeah, I was gonna say I really actually enjoy a steak with a beer
with a baked potato.
You don't.
Fantastic.
You just prepare yourself for slaughter.
Yeah, being bloated the rest of the night.
But you try really hard.
Well, that's a certainly optimistic outlook coming up to Spectacular, but best of luck to you. I think we're all rooting for you because we're excited to see new faces in the Star Wars division because for a long time it just seemed like it was the 3 guys playing each other over and over and over again. So welcome, and we're really excited to see you face Alex.
And the third guy could be Witwer or Knapsack.
Practice playing live because it's a little different than bar trivia, okay?
Yeah, that's a good idea, definitely. Thank you for that.
Back to you guys.
All right, Laura Kelley taking that victory and super
I
excited.
could surprise us and make it a fatal 3-way or triple threat, and bring in Freddie Prinze Jr.
I think as long as she,
who I have a feeling it wouldn't last very long in this anymore,
now, the difference is
given the depth of the questions.
Probably not.
She's got to get used to that speed round, but if she can do it, I think she absolutely has a pretty good shot to take out Damon if she's focused enough.
Yeah, I think as far as study goes, I think she has the Star Wars movies down, and then maybe take a look at some previous speed rounds, some previous betting rounds, just to make sure you have your wherewithal. But it's about answering the questions asked to you. You can't worry about your opponent, and certainly what we saw today was a formidable opponent for Laura Kelley in Andrew Dimalanta, who came up just short in today's #1 contender matchup. Jen Sturger now has an interview with Andrew.
A lot of heavy sighing back here. I can tell you're beating yourself up. Don't, okay? I don't know any of those answers.
Yeah, I had a stupid mistake in round 1, not writing a single word or 2 down, but I saw an opening in the 3rd round when she missed her 2-point question, or was it 3-point question? And like she said, it was like it's a repeat of what we did at Chicago. But I just couldn't pull that last one. I just couldn't capitalize on that opportunity, and it's just something that, and of course, it's the will of the Force. It's the Clone Wars movie, and I have to give it to Laura. She's a hell of a competitor. It's always great to see new blood in the Schmoedown and in this division that's so tight knit. So.
But you bring up an excellent point during your match, and that is that it's so hard when there's so much to cram into one of these matches, and they're so detailed. It's hard to distinguish sometimes between the books and the movies.
Yeah, that was something it's another thing I saw in opening on. It's like, well, since it's like, there are other movies out there in that, were canon, or there are books that were canon or before, now they're strict, they're legends now.
And I mean, you're basically speaking Spanish to me right now. You know that, right?
Yeah, no, sorry. But it's like there are certain
Baxter,
things
I don't
that
speak
were
Spanish.
one way before, but now since the new canon in the Disney
Or La
era,
Jennifer.
they had to change things with all these other books. So it's like, where do you draw the line? It's like, it said there's one thing that happens in the movies, but then it gets retconned in the book because now it's this. So it's like, so this is the movie trivia Schmoedown. So I was like, I see my opening there. Let's poke the bear a little bit, see what happens. And it was a fair ruling, so I just gotta just deal with it. So.
Well, tough loss today, but I'm sure this is not the last we've seen of you. Nothing to hang your head about. Absolutely, like I said, you would have kicked my ass out there.
Absolutely not. I want my shot again. I mean, I ran into a wall with Laura again, and I did eke her out a little bit by 1 point back in Chicago. She got her revenge. Schmoedown's all about redemption. There's a little con next year called Star Wars Celebration.
I've heard of it.
Most likely we'll be back for that one, so I'm definitely not down here.
I like your attitude so much. Thank you so much for playing tonight, and best of luck to you in the future. Hope to stick around.
All right, so Jen Sturger talking to Andrew Dimalanta, who, yeah, I agree with Jen. Great spirit there by the kid there, and it's one of these things, man. Like I think he's right. Celebration, there is a chance, and because the Star Wars division is so small, that an 0-2 record in singles could hurt you, right? Not in Star Wars, because he's shown what he knows. He shows he can hang. He shows that he could be there with the best, and he has time now until August when Celebration is, to get
literally
that shot.
almost a year.
But Laura Kelley can focus on December 7th when she does have that shot against Alex Damon.
Yeah, that's right. Andrew's 0-2 might be the best-looking 0-2 I've ever seen in the history of the movie Trivia Schmoedown. And for Laura, you're right. Her future is a little more immediate because she's going up against Alex very shortly here. And with that matchup live, I mean, it's going to be a 5-round barn burner. I think Alex, who finally won his own event at Dragon Con this year, he's coming off a big victory in his own right. So 2 big victories that Laura and Alex have enjoyed recently. Only one can take home that Star Wars championship at the end of the year.
And it's going to be a great match. We got 4 titles. They're all on the line. And if you look at the cards so far, what we know, we have Ben Bateman versus Bibiani. The finals of the tournament will be happening. Obviously, Ben's injury made that match happen in the beginning, and the winner will face Paul Oyama at the end of the night. The Star Wars title is on the line. It will be on the line against Laura Kelley, Alex Damon, and then the Inner Geekdom Championship will either be Chandru or Kevin Smets. That match is coming up very soon against Mike Kalinowski and the Teams Championship match. So, ladies and gentlemen, get your tickets now. Get your tickets now, theschmoedownlive.com. If you can't watch it, you can't be there in person, you can watch it live on the live stream, going to theschmoedownlive.com or be a $10 patron. But we're doing this year, we're doing the expo where all the fans can not only hang out with us,
get to get nice up close and personal. Bring your hand sanitizer because I don't wash these puppies after every usage.
we're going to have all the competitors.
Ew.
Schmoedown memorabilia. All the belts will be there. We'll have so much fun as a Schmoedown fan that it will be a mini Schmoedown con that you guys can get tickets for right now. theschmoedownlive.com. Tickets are almost sold out, so please go and get them now.
Ken Knapsack will be selling 7-Eleven taquitos just outside of the venue. Christian, great match.
Oh, there's your reason to go right
there.
there.
You guys check us out in podcast.
Sold.
Wherever you
Done.
enjoy podcast. Subscribe right here to the YouTube channel, and don't forget about the Schmoes Entertainment Network and the bevy of shows that we now have available on an almost daily basis. That's Christian Harloff. I'm Mark Ellis saying thank you, good night, and live long and prosper.
That would be the that's the wrong outer space story.
Still has Star in the name. Can't blame him.
Easily confusable.
Star Wars always seems to put out a good match, though. The division.
Yeah, because again, like they were saying, it's so small that you don't have time to waste on players who may or may not be able to pull a question here and there. You've got to get straight into players who know what they're talking about, they know their stuff, and they're able to rapid fire answers and questions and make it entertaining.
Yeah, so I mean, we talk about maybe singles being the most difficult of the divisions because it's wide open, so many movies that you have to know and whatnot, and you're all on your own for it. Mm-hmm. Teams, you got your partner, so it's not as bad. Inner Geekdom, fewer movies, so less movies you have to really keep up with and study. Still kind of some deep cuts in there, so it is pretty hard of a division. Star Wars, really hard of a division, but studyable.
Because they're no longer asking questions like, hey, who's the princess of Alderaan?
Yeah. I mean, that's what makes it difficult.
What's the name of the farm boy on Tatooine?
So that's the thing. There's fewer movies, but the key there is that you actually have to watch them all multiple times to prepare and study, because otherwise, you're going to be sitting with a question about I'm not even going to be able to pull one out, just make one up on the spot because they're just so deep now.
It's almost to the point where you got to watch say 2 minutes of a Star Wars movie, pause it and jot down all the notes of what you just saw and okay, well, who was that person that was way back in that corner in the back of the screen, because I'm going to need to know that at some point someday.
How many flips did Luke Skywalker do on Dagobah when Yoda was on his back?
Yeah,
I don't know.
These small, intricate questions, that's how deep Star Wars gets. So here's the thing. I still consider myself pretty knowledgeable about Star Wars. You asked me about, like, say, as we saw here, I was pretty knowledgeable about A New Hope. So the main Star Wars movies, especially the ones like the original 3, the prequels, yeah, I'll get the answers to those pretty easily. It's these newer ones, especially like Rogue One and Solo, both of which I'm not really a huge fan of. So therefore, I haven't watched these over and over again and know anything in depth about them. Yeah, when they ask those questions, that's when I kind of feel like a dummy and I just don't know what I'm doing.
Quick, what did the Lars family farm on their property?
Milk.
No.
Blue milk.
Incorrect.
They're
You
moisture
had that.
farmers.
There you go.
Yes.
I mean, blue milk is liquid, so it's moisture.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people who just turned off the video because of that word. Anyway.
Moisture.
Wow. So, yeah, I mean, studyable, sure, but it's, man, you have to like put in time and commitment in order to get these questions right. And those two obviously did. It's really cool to see Laura come back, though, and kind of take up revenge against Andrew, because he beat her the first time, technically, even though he didn't win the event itself. But yeah, I mean, she came back and won in the end, so we're gonna see her in LA for the Spectacular, going up against Damon, which is gonna be pretty intense.
Which is also apparently still selling tickets, so make sure you get those. Pick up those tickets at the Schmoedownlive.com. You can also pick up the live stream tickets at the Schmoedownlive.com, or be a $10 on up Patreon at the Patreon website. Patron at the Patreon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Make sure you go over to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown YouTube channel. Like, comment, subscribe over there. Help them out any way you can. Anything else you want to cover?
I think that's about it for the Schmoedown. They got live event. They got
SEN, which is on the screen that's right below us still because we paused it.
The
Schmoedown Entertainment Network is officially launching on November 4th. So
nice.
If you
that'll be next week.
Yeah. So on November 4th, they will start with their like SEN Live and a bunch of other shows
got
that
a Star
they're
Wars
creating.
show coming up. I mean, Christian's gonna be working with Campia on a Star Wars show.
That's
now,
right. And then Campia's also got a show with Christian on his channel too. So make sure you go follow the SCN network. It's still the Movie Trivia Schmoedown YouTube channel. So again, like, comment, subscribe, but make sure you follow. Help them out if you can. They are doing Super Chat, and that's going to help fund future endeavors with the Schmoedown, not only on the SCN network, but the Schmoedown itself.
Maybe new live events coming to cities outside the U.S. You just gotta...
Eventually. So help them out again. Do Super Chat. That would be great. Those shows are also bound to be very entertaining because they have a whole bountiful of entertainers, celebrities, people that are going to be on those taking part in it. So go watch those shows as well.
Those were a lot of words you just used right there.
Yep. As for us, make sure you follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram. We are at Cinefanatics MLP. Make sure you follow us for updates for when we make changes to this channel, which there are some coming very soon, including once we hit 1,000 subscribers, which we're very close to right now. We will be doing our first ever live stream. So make sure you stay tuned because we will be announcing that date once we hit the 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, get on Twitter. We'll be dropping it there. We should probably do a video.
We'll probably do a video promoting it as well. So we will be doing live stream. It's going to be a fun event. Right now, our plans for it are talking movies, talking Schmoedown, talking just us, like getting a little personal with y'all.
Hanging out with whoever wants to show up in the chat and just hang out with us.
Yeah, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. There's the one that's down below this video. There's also the one that is right there above his head. Make sure you hit that subscribe instantly. Over here off to the side are a couple other videos that we have made. And as always,
Star Wars reference.
Yeah, may that be with you. Later. Look, you dummy.
You.
Wrong Disney property.
Exactly.